Okay. Let's rock and roll. I gotta change something on my controller. It's very likely gonna be one of those kinds of nights. I haven't been on session much over the last few weeks. But there's a new map coming out on the 18th. Paris map. And I don't think we know a ton about it. It seems like there's some indication that it's going to be a larger map. But I don't know. What am I doing here? I think this is broadcasting correctly. Hang on, I'm trying to figure out if I'm on properly or not. This seems to think I'm live. Yeah, okay, cool. Ooh. I think that's okay. Okay. I still am not super well set up to do this, so kind of figuring it out as I go. Anyway, yeah, so there's some indication that it's going to be a larger map, like the New York or the Philadelphia maps, and I believe there are new missions, so that kind of seems like it supports that theory. We'll see. It comes out on the 18th. It's kind of a drag that they had to take out the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles stuff. The map's still available if you already had it. But I miss having the 122 and an 1/8 manhole cover that was right over here. I thought that was kind of a cool little touch. Such is life, I suppose. Okay, so generally my goal for myself is to get kind of back in the swing of things before the Paris map comes out. I love this game so much. But I play it on console, so I only have access to a handful of maps compared to PC players. And that actually doesn't deter me that much. I still kind of feel like it's just skating around this city. It's not exactly heaven, but it's like a purgatory that leans toward positive. And some days it's pretty great. Remains to be seen if tonight is one of those days. I made a ton of like micro adjustments when I was playing a bunch, I guess it was like last month. This is kind of what always happens to me. I'll play a ton for a little while, and then I'll get to I'll get like really honed on the game, and I'll start making all these little adjustments to the settings, and I can really feel it, and it seems like it makes a big difference in the gameplay. But then I'll take a usually rather long and usually unplanned break. I just will one day not really be in the mood to play, and then I won't play it again for a month or two. Well, not two, but maybe as much as a month. And then none of my micro-adjusted settings make any sense to me at all, and I'm like super confused. Why is my... whatever. But it gives me something to do. I get to start the whole settings process all over again, essentially. I don't understand why I keep... like really inconsistent with kickflips, kickflip speed. This game feels so fantastic. Thought I saw movement up there. I waited a long time for a skateboarding game that felt this good. I think a lot of us did. This game gets a lot of flack from some of the more vocal sectors of the community for being unpolished or buggy or whatever, but honestly, I barely even notice bugs or lack of polish. It just feels so fantastic and so satisfying to get better and better at this game. Wasn't so hot. I don't know why I chose that particular screw up to highlight. None of this is really too hot. Still slightly better than I could skate in real life when I was a kid. By slightly, I mean infinitely. It's always kind of weird when you get the backwards camera for a minute. Okay, so I'm doing trick relative input. That's why I kind of hesitated when I was trying to get out of this nose slide. I don't know why I switched to trick relative input. To be honest, I wasn't that great at grinding before I switched, so I don't know what I was thinking. It just made me feel more hardcore, I guess. I do feel pretty hardcore. I gotta stop grimacing with embarrassment every time I bail. I'm gonna end up hurting my jaw. Well, that was almost a wall ride. I mean, I think technically that probably was. I'll take it. Like a tornado 360 flip. There you go again. I think there's something funky about the hitbox on this trash can, because I feel like I love this little, I don't know what you call this. It's not a gap, it's like a little launch thing. And I do something on here pretty much every time I pass it. But this happens a lot where you get this kind of funky thing where your guy goes out of his way to avoid that trash can. And I've like tail tapped it and stuff too, so I mean it's not like you can't hit it, but I think there must be something funky about the gravitational field around that thing. It's an anomaly of some sort. Oh, I can't believe I landed that. That was total bullshit. Alright, this is fun but aimless. Let's go do something. Oh, I think I have a... Oh, you know what? I probably don't. I thought I had like a handrail challenge or something, but I think that was from yesterday. I played for like an hour before I came on stream a little earlier tonight. It didn't do me a whole lot of good. But it's after midnight here, so I think these have all changed now. Let's see Flip Trick Fundamentals. In this challenge, you'll be required to do a fakie backside shove it 360 25 times. Do this and you'll be rewarded $50. Fakie backside shove it 360. Backside shove it 360. Okay. What Why did that confuse me so much? I don't know what that means. I'm going to have to spend some time thinking about it in like a really concentrated way. Nail a 3-meter gap with a backside 180 rotation 10 times, and will not only consider you a crazy psychopath, but will give you $50. Ooh, okay, well, that one seems like it makes sense to me. Backside dark 50-50 for like a dark slide, 152 meters. I'm never going to make that. I'm terrible at dark slides. What's the weekly challenge? I need money for boards. Oh, unless I've already done some of it by accident, I suppose. By accident, I suppose. Okay. Well, maybe I'll go. I really like the banks over here, so I'm gonna go skate the banks for a few minutes, and then maybe I'll skate a different map for a while, like Schoolyard or Water Park or something like that. Don't have a ton available on console, but I do have. I have whatever they've got. So, Petraeus, is that? No, that's not how you pronounce it. And the Creature Park, which I think I kind of moved everything out of and haven't really reset up. So that one's kind of a weird wasteland. Is there another one? Maybe this one? Oh, the sewers. I have the sewers too. I could play that. I probably won't though. I don't really love. I never loved the sewer map, but I did, like I said earlier, love the sewer map entrance. That was cute and clever. Okay, so both of those, I tried to land those with my front flipping foot. Does that make much of a difference on the banks like this? This and this backside thing that I did over here. Both of these were landed with the front foot. It does kind of look like it catches it in a different way. So then if I did that, if I catch it with the back foot, yeah, that's kind of cool. Drops the tail first. I've been thinking a lot about impossibles when I think about this game. I really like the impossible animation, but it's a little bit of a bummer because the foot kind of goes through it, but I think I could probably do like a full impossible over a gap and get a good angle on it. When I say I've been thinking about it a lot, maybe that's an exaggeration. I live in Brooklyn, in New York, and this spot especially looks exactly like what it really looks like in real life. Actually, is this part might not still be there. But it looks like what it used to look like at least. I haven't been over there in a long time. All the stuff around Blubba looks exactly like that. It's like, the Blubba one's probably the most impressive. The courthouse or whatever, Hall of Justice, I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty sick. Not really sure what I'm trying to do here. Oh, let's do an impossible over this, see how that looks. I don't know why he doesn't bend his knees sometimes. Doesn't seem very realistic. seems impossible. That's kind of good. I always thought Impossibles looked really cool when I was a kid. I don't think I ever really got good at them, but I remember there were these two dudes, like high school dudes, that would always skate with, not always, that would occasionally show up on my junior high friends and I were skateboarding. I was always fascinated to watch them do stuff that I saw in skate videos with ease and this kind of like casual manner. And Impossibles were one that always really struck me as kind of amazing looking. They just sort of like toss one down. I never got anywhere near as good as those guys. I eventually just gave up. Yeah, all right. Okay. It's such a, this game is so challenging. I mean, even just dropping in and doing like a couple of simple backslide board slides like that. Front side board slide, that's a front side, right? Because you're facing the, anyway. It's fun, it's satisfying because it's like, I mean, it took a while to acquire that skill. There was a time when I couldn't skate around and just have a good time. I think that's most people's experience with this game. That's not the best. All right. Okay, let's see what we can accomplish here. I don't know why I said that. That's not really how I feel at all. Can you do like a impossible 180? Let's find out. Oh. It's kind of crazy looking. Alright. That's kind of cool. Let's see what I can pull off. Not that one. Let's see, I need to, okay. I think I got this. I catch it with my back foot, right? Yeah, but that was only, I think that was only like a half impossible, right? No, I guess that was... I guess that's what I was looking for. So maybe I'm trying to do a 540 impossible. Like a body 360. Does that sound right? Alright. I mean, that was not, obviously not quite right, but getting closer. Okay, so... No. No. Oh, cool, I got the backwards camera thing going again. I'm listening to the Dead Kennedys right now on my headphones. Feels very much like something I would listen to on my Walkman when I was a kid skating around. I gotta figure out what the rules are for playing music on the stream. Although if I'm doing it through a console, maybe it doesn't matter because I think it's kind of a pain in the ass to try to do that. Is it just like if you're small time, nobody cares, or do you run the risk of getting like fined if you play copyrighted music? I wouldn't care if my video got muted. I see that message a lot on people's VODs. Portions of this audio have been removed or whatever. They can appear to contain copyrighted material. That would be fun. Mute away. But I would hate to... I'd hate to find out the hard way that there was like a criminal penalty for that, you know. That would be a drag. Not close enough. No. Although that would be kind of cool to slide on the inner portion of the rail, I suppose. I have an issue lately with the way that I approach these rails. I was having this problem when I was playing a lot last month too. My grinds, it's like I can't get my approach down. Maybe this lower camera perspective is making it harder for me, but I really don't want to change it because I like the way that it feels when the ground is like rushing by you. Kind of feels like, I don't know, dramatic and exciting. tight for 1 sec. Alright, I think I might consider trying out a different map. I kind of skate New York all the time. I don't really spend much time on any of the other ones. Let's go somewhere else. I could skate Philly. I lived in a suburb of Philadelphia when I was in high school and junior high. So my friends and I used to go down to Philadelphia. This is in the 90s. And skate at Love Park and at City Hall. And I can't remember what the Monopoly building was called, but at the Monopoly building. And it was awesome. And they do a really killer job of representing it in this game. Like, amazing. It's almost eerie. That stuff all really was like in the New York maps. It's a little bit different. A lot of the spots are kind of like compressed together a little bit, but the Philadelphia map, surprisingly, was actually kind of like that. Like, everything was basically right across the street from each other. It was sort of like this set of it seemed like it was this giant intersection where everything was cool all around it to skate. I think that might not be totally accurate, but that's skating the Philadelphia map definitely feels like it felt when I was a kid. Whoa, I don't even know what that trick was. This is not really the map that I want to skate. Let's skate either the schoolyard or the water park. This is a killer map. This one definitely really feels like a school in Southern California. Kind of at the last possible second, tried to do a late something there, and it was like very late. It's funny, I love this map. I always have trouble on those first two tiny sets of stairs. Every time I come into this map, I like eat it on those stairs. Yeah, I don't know. It's not really that impressive, I guess, but I really wanted to do it. I don't know, it's kind of neat. I mean, the Impossible just always feels like such a breezy, smooth trick. These stairs are probably a little bit too big for it to look cool. It kind of just looks goofy. But maybe a stair set like 2/3 that size or half that size. I'm thinking Impossible is kind of a nice, tasteful little trick. You don't have to agree. What's this? Oh. Well, that one's kind of cool because it's... Okay, so wheel bounce. They're making a big deal about how they're fixing wheel bounce in this upcoming update. I really didn't mind the wheel bounce. Granted, I'm not like clipping and posting 20 things a day on TikTok. So maybe if I were actively trying to preserve these tricks for posterity instead of just skating, I would care a lot more. But for me, it kind of makes it feel a little bit more real, like there. Like landing's hard and tricks often don't look smooth, and at least for me, skating was always sort of like a janky and desperate struggle to not die and then maybe get like a cool trick somewhere in the middle of it. So I like the imperfections, and I like that the landings are not always smooth. I read something that somebody posted on, I think it was the Discord last year, complaining about wheel bounce, and they said something like, you can be working on a trick and do everything perfectly and in sequence, and through no fault of your own, your clip can be ruined. And the through no fault of your own thing, I felt like just sounded so victim-y and sad. But again, I guess since I'm not really trying that hard to make it look good, I guess I don't mind. And I sort of enjoy the like pebble in the road kind of randomness of some of the bumps and hiccups that you run into in this. I kind of like that there are random factors that will screw up your trick. Ooh. So, okay, I've been pretty crummy at grinding. Not just tonight, but also when I was going through that stretch of playing last month. So, I suppose it might make sense for me to focus on that. But I'm noticing that when I'm like really casual about it, I'm nailing some of these short nose grinds. I was having trouble with my approach, like my distance. So I think I'm like too afraid to run into the curb basically. But when I don't think about it, then I seem to be able to pull it off. I had a friend when I was a kid who lived in the Sacramento area. My grandparents lived out there, and I met this guy who was like about my age. I think we were maybe 13 or 14 or something. And we both skateboarded, and we weren't great, but we both skateboarded. And one of my more memorable skateboarding experiences, I guess, sort of an extended memory of going and visiting him. Really, I think I talked my parents into it by offering to visit my grandparents, but visiting him and skating around at these California schools. Sacramento's not Southern California, but they had outdoor campuses like this too. It kind of felt the same. It was cool. That was a lot of fun. We were not really shredding. We were pretty bad. Like I would have never been able to skate this. Not at that age. I would not have been able to skate this ledge even. I would have been skating stuff like maybe this bench. Even now, I'm afraid to approach it properly. Well, that was a little weird. What's my grind alignment on? Wait, what am I doing? Grind alignment is under 3. I guess that's okay. I mean, I feel like anything above 2 and you start to get things like what we just saw, or it really should not have given me that. But I also know that I kind of suck at grinding right now, so I might as well take whatever advantage I can get. All right. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just kind of aimlessly zipping around. This is a really fun map. I really like this one a lot. I'm listening to this Spotify mix right now, and they keep playing Descendants songs. I really liked the Descendants in the 90s. Well, I liked the Descendants in the 90s. I thought they were fine. But when I listen to them now, they sound really whiny. The guy sounds like he would be a super manipulative boyfriend. Silly me. That's not quite what I was going for there. This looks so cool. I love the light on this. I love these like pools of warm light. This is also how I try to light my house, my apartment. Okay, so I never seem to be able to hit these benches for some reason. I'm not sure what the deal is, but same with the ones over here. I skate these little banks a fair amount, but I never seem to be able to land into grinds on this thing. Oh. Okay. So what was the placement there? Started early and just had a little bit more speed, I guess. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe I'm just coming in too slow on those things. I'll go get a new board in a sec, but try this a couple times. Okay. I wish there were a setting that would allow you to use the orbit camera without the camera going through the ground. I know it's not really a big deal, but I would like it. It would make it more enjoyable to watch replays and kind of get a rough idea of what I want to do with the camera. Just an option to prevent the camera from going through the ground when it's in orbit. That would be cool. Maybe there's a mod for that. It's another good reason to switch to PC. Alright, let's go get a new board. Okay. Does Cheapskates still exist? There was this catalog in the 90s called Cheapskates that I used to get, and when I couldn't afford new decks, I would buy these blank decks that looked just like this that they sold. It wasn't the only one. These were kind of distinctive, but I loved these things. They also had blank wheels, so sometimes you'd wind up with like blank deck, blank wheels, all this like cheapskate stuff, but it was solid. I would skate this board more if it was 8.25 instead of 8.5, but I just prefer the 8.25 on here. I think mostly it's just a visual thing. What am I doing? All right, what should we get? I think we're getting Plan B boards with the new update. Maybe others, I don't know. That'll be cool. This is the one that guy, Nicest You Know, uses. The guy who was always posting on Reddit, although I haven't seen him post for a while. I wonder Probably just got a little bit bored with the available maps. I'm sure he'll be back. I think the eyes glow in the dark. Hang on. Yeah, I think the eyes glow, which I don't really love. I wish this one was 8.5 or 8.25. I wish a lot of things. I mean, I don't know why I homed in on that one. Oh, the Damien Hirst board. I could run that one. This one might be fun. Yeah, let's do that one. I'm always kind of curious about what color the wood is. Every once in a while, I'll get like an indicator line, especially actually on a board like this one, so that I can tell if I'm at the nose or tail. Not that it really matters, but sometimes I just like knowing. That was a weird, unrealistic looking trick. Skateboarding is so cool. I was going to leave New York, which is, by the way, a thing that I also tell myself a lot in real life. Let's check out another map. Should we keep doing Schoolyard, or maybe I'll mess around at the water park for a minute, but I hate that it starts you up at the top of these slides. I don't like it up here. That's okay, though. That's a small complaint. Felt like kind of a hard landing. I don't know if I'm going to stay on this one. I might go back to either Schoolyard, or if I'm in like a California mood, maybe I should just skate San Francisco. San Francisco's cool. I like San Francisco. Do I have a light over here? Let's light this and see how we like it. Yeah, that's probably fine, right? I think that's good. It's harsh. Photo lights are harsh. I wonder if you could use a sun lamp to light a stream. That would be nice. Be a little bit less garish. It's a tough approach for this. I don't even really know what I'm trying to do. I guess I'm just trying to gap it real quick, but it feels a lot more narrow on approach than it looks when you're just like scoping it out. Maybe I'll try it to the right. I really liked gaps when I was a kid. I couldn't rely on myself to land most things, so I just tried to do gaps. It was fun. Alright, let's try to grind down the ledge on the left. Too close. That's what I'm always afraid of doing, is like catching my shoulder or something. I think I'm too fast. I think the way his foot kind of wiggled at the end there. Probably don't need to be this far away for this, do I? Alright, this is not great. Not a great showing on my part. Maybe I should have been doing this on the one that I'm more comfortable with, but I thought this one would be fun. Is this one more narrow than the one I usually use over to the right? Or is it just that I'm out of practice? I keep wanting to physically like lean into these. I probably am a little bit. Alright, I mean, I'm finding it, I guess, right? They're also doing something about the way they kinked rails and ledges. Well, they only talked about rails, but I assume they mean ledges too. The way that kinks kind of launch you. I guess they're kind of dealing with that a little bit. That'll be nice because it is tough to do any of the like multi-kinked handrails and make it look good. And if you have to change your settings a whole bunch while you're doing the trick, then it starts to kind of like, I don't know, like detract from the immersion. I don't know if that's really like an actual issue, but uh-huh. This one. It seems like it's the same. One second. One second. Okay. Sorry, I had to check something on my phone real quick. Starting to get a little scratched up. It's another thing that I really love about this game is watching the boards get affected by grinds and slides. Seems like no big deal, but it's a neat mechanic. Maybe they have those in like Skate and Tony Hawk and stuff, but I never really played those games because they just felt so arcadey and didn't feel like this. Didn't feel like you had to exercise anything like the thought process that goes into skateboarding. Instead, it was just like button combinations and stuff like that. It didn't feel as satisfying to memorize that stuff, so I only ever putzed with them a tiny bit. I never really liked those. Oh. I have not gotten good at all at transition skating. I probably should spend some time really just kind of getting the feel for it. And actually right over here is a really good spot for that. I know I kind of considered a couple times diving in and doing that for a while, but I never got around to it. This would be a great spot to just skate for like a couple hours one day. Kind of get to know transition a little bit. Although, I guess you can't really do lip stuff here, so maybe... Oh, no, you can. Because you got these two things here. I like it over here. This is a cool little spot. This reminds me of something that would have been in my hometown when I was a kid. Everything reminds me of something. That's kind of how everything is for me. I wonder what that means. I wonder if that means that my enjoyment of things is dependent on them reminding me of things that I already have a positive association with. That would be weird, right? Because that would mean that there's really only a finite number of things that can make you happy, but I suppose that's possibly true anyway. Right there is what I was talking about. That would be so cool if the orbit function on the camera couldn't go through the ground. That would be awesome. So I guess that one still exists, that little bug. That's okay. That one doesn't bother me very much. A lot of build-up for just a heel flip. Ooh, double heel flip. I don't love doing the accidental double flips, but I like having the option to flip fast, so I've been keeping my flip speed a little bit higher. Not super high, but like a little bit above half. And I like having that. I like the quick flip option. But I'm not great at controlling that speed. I'd like to be able to do like that was a lazy flip, but I don't have my timing down for it, I guess. I was gonna say I'd like to be able to do a lazy flip. That felt kind of casual. That was nice. This is I like this trick a lot. Did I land that with the back foot? I think I landed it with the back foot, right? Hard to tell. My whiskers itch. Oh boy. All right, hang tight. All right. I got a little bit left in me. This is an okay warm-up session, but I think I'll probably try to do a couple more streams between now and the 18th so that I'm a little bit more warmed up for Paris. For Paris. I do wish we could move that thing. I guess everybody has their little things about this game that they wish were different. As far as I'm concerned, it's almost perfect, but I do wish that you could get rid of that thing and whatever it was that I said earlier. Whatever that was. Oh, the orbit camera thing. That would be great. That would be really awesome if they changed that orbit camera thing. Thing came out of nowhere. All right. Maybe... let's do this. Yeah, that's where I want to go. Okay. This is a really nice map, too. I think I put a few things over here that don't make a lot of sense. This thing, which is basically my favorite thing in the game, these little, like, truncated pyramids. And then whatever else I put over here is probably just random nonsense. I suppose I could use that to learn lift tricks. That's probably why I put it there. What is this? Alright, I'm just gonna skate street. I'm not good at building parks, and I'm not good at skating parks. And maybe that can be a goal or something, but... I was always like pretty much exclusively a street skater when I was a kid. I had a couple of friends that had half pipes in their backyards, but I really didn't like to skate those. Probably because I kind of sucked, but you know, there were other factors at play. I always liked pictures in like Transworld and Thrasher and stuff of guys doing backside tricks like this. There's something about this little half twist that they have to do that I always found to be really graceful. Is graceful the right word? I thought it was cool. It was more than cool. There's something about that line. I really like the twist when people would do backside tail slides. You don't quite get that twist in this game, but I wonder if maybe as they kind of pad out some of the animations, I wonder if that'll change. I'm terrible at backside tail slides anyway, so they've got time. Oh, so he does kind of. All right, let's see. I sort of twisted. Yeah, I guess he does kind of do a dynamic twist depending on how he's positioned. That's cool. Trying to do a blunt. Overdoing it, underdoing it. Oh, fuck. I mean, shoot. Not what I'm looking for. Maybe, well, I should get this, but then I wouldn't mind trying to get a backside tail slide on this. Maybe a flip trick would kind of help me like get the placement better. Because I think I'm volleying a little bit too high. Maybe, I don't know, maybe. That felt like a grind alignment 3 kind of a thing. It was maybe. Not really a blunt. But still pretty doable. Crooked 50-50 there or whatever. Or I mean 5-0. Alright, let's try backside tail slide. I'll just call that cheap blunt success and see if I can get what I really want to do. And I kind of doubt it. Oh, that was kind of cool though. So that was a side impulse jump there. Okay. I probably don't need to do that. Oof. I can feel my vision getting late night blurry. I think I might have to call it sooner rather than later. Oh, okay, so that's close. Okay. Let's see about this. I don't think yeah. I don't. This is another grind alignment 3 kind of a thing. I don't love it when you get these grinds that. This actually probably would fly on even like a level 1. But I don't like it when you get these grinds that feel like your foot is over the edge of the rail and should be knocking you off. You should just fall right off that thing. Eh. Closer, but I still think. Yeah, so I don't love the tail side animation. I wish that it was a little bit. There was like a little more finesse to it. But I'm getting closer to what I'm looking for. Should I? Okay. It's still too much. I'm like popping the right trigger a tiny bit when I do that because because I'm not quite making it on the turn. Okay. Let's do a quick clip. Why not? All right, let's see. That was a weird way to do that, but I'm obviously getting kind of sleepy. Fine. Not great, but I'll take it. Let's see. Let's do a little bit of camera shake. Get 10, I guess, whatever. And uh-oh, what am I doing? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. All right. Well, that's probably a good place to call it. Tomorrow I'll go shopping for a new board. I think that's it for the night, though. Hey. It's a lot closer to what I was looking for. That is a lot more like what I was looking for. All right. All right, that actually feels kind of good. Okay. Yeah, that feels good. Good night.